Hello, welcome to my channel. I'm Mark, this is Mark's Modz, and welcome to our weekly catch-up, guys. Hope you've had a fantastic week. We've just had a brilliant weekend. It's been absolutely gorgeous weather for the past how many days. I mean, yesterday was really hot, really hot. And today, it's a bit clouded over, so it's not as warm as yesterday, but yeah, it wasn't a good day yesterday because it was so hot and I was trying to do my recordings for the week. So I'm just going to first move on to that. Obviously, we talk about Partworks and everything on this weekly catch-up and where things are on the channel. So what I've been doing at the moment lately is that I've been trying to do all my recordings at the weekend for the week. Thus, then I've got the week and I can just release a video every day, which fingers crossed it works. It used to work when we were in lockdown and the boys were in here doing schoolwork or college work or whatever work they were doing because I couldn't get in here during the daytime. But I just find it easier now. If I get them done at the weekend, I can just release them during the week. It does get a little bit funny when I say it's supposed to be boiling outside when it could be raining because I'm releasing these videos during the week. So if I actually said this is a really hot day, it probably would be at the weekend. So yeah, it's been an interesting day yesterday of recording. I had multiple problems, absolutely enormous. Honestly, it was like fighting something. It really, what a nightmare. But I'll get more into that as the video goes on. So we'll talk about the builds as they come. So the Mura is coming along nicely. I have filmed part 2 of pack 5. So that came along nicely yesterday. I was working on that. That went quite smoothly actually compared to some of the other things that happened yesterday. But it's coming along really nicely. It's a beautiful car. The only thing with the Mura now is we are more or less caught up, so that's going to be going to one video per week. The reason I'm slowing down on things and I'm not doing the pack builds is I did enjoy doing the pack builds because you see a lot of stuff happening in a very short time. But they are a nightmare to edit. Absolute nightmare, because if you're doing something from D'Agostini's, so you get 5 stages per pack. That's a lot to edit, a lot to edit, especially if there's quite a bit to do. And then obviously I put chapters in and everything else like that. So, but guys, it's summer, and what can we say? The weather's nice outside, and people are going to be out watching, enjoying the weather. And it's really hard to record, especially in stifling heat. What's going on? So I put them now. The Mura 2 weekly builds. I've had some nice pieces come that came the other week, but with staying with Agora, I have had problems with the Bismarck. As you know, I'm not building this myself. It was just beyond my abilities as a builder. Probably, at the time I was really suffering with my fine motor skills. But Pack 12 got sent to the person building it, which is John Builds Iconic Military Models, and I get a video off John basically saying, here is Pack 12, but guess what? It's not the pack it should be. So it wasn't Pack 9 or Pack 10 or Pack 11, no repeat or anything. It was Pack 12, but it was Pack 12 of the Terminator. So completely the wrong build. So I've had to email Agora to ask them to please resend Pack 12 out, which they're doing this coming week. And yeah, very disappointed. Very disappointed indeed. I think, I don't know, at the moment, the way I'm thinking at the moment is after the Mura, I think I might not do many more builds with Agora. And that's simply because I've just had nothing but problems with it, and I just like the builds to go smoothly. I don't want to be chasing up things that come wrong in the post and everything. I mean, that does lead me on to D'Agostini. I mean, the Rossi. So last week I said about that I'd received the Rossi. I received that Friday, and that I'd got 2 of the correct issues that I needed and 3 of the wrong issues, which were in the 80s. Now, obviously, I contacted D'Agostini, and it was a very strange phone call. Very strange phone call. And it seemed like they really couldn't be bothered with it. And I'm like, right, this isn't the customer service I've received in the past. Because when I phoned them up and said, I've got a missing issue, you sent me this one, they're normally pretty much, oh, right, okay, we'll get that sent out to you ASAP. With this, they really were just like, yeah, blasé. I mean, I did say about it in the video last week. It was just really strange. It turns out, I'm not the only one that had that problem. It was mainly everybody. Everybody who was subscribed to the Rossi, who was getting their next lot of issues, got the same in their pack. So they got 2 correct issues and 3 wrong issues that were in the upper 80s. Now, some people did say they got a letter. I never got a letter from them saying that this would happen. I've checked all the invoices and there was nothing on the invoices. So it turns out what will happen is in pack 11, we'll get the missing issues we should have got in pack 10, plus 5 more. Now, with the camper van and the Rossi, that's now down to 2 stages per video. That gives me time to catch up. It gives me quite a bit more content. And yeah, they are very quick builds to do, the camper van and the Rossi at the moment. I know I've got some difficult issues ahead. I have said that in videos. But I've sort of slowed them down to 2 issues per video. Now with the Rossi, I think I've got about 2 packs to do, and then I've got to wait for pack 11 to get the other next bit sorted. The camper van, I've got about 16 stages to do on the camper van, because I did 2 yesterday and I've got about another 16 stages, so it's going to be a while until we're caught up on the camper van. But I don't mind being behind. I can see other people building it, I can see if they're having any problems, and I can watch for myself, so I don't really mind being behind on that one at all. So yeah, the Rossi thing was a bit of a problem, but we're assured that it will be sorted out in the issue 11. Fingers crossed, hopefully. Shouldn't have to do this. Really shouldn't have to do this. I remember when I was building the Millennium Falcon and the R2D2, and I had no problems at all getting the issues. No duplicates, no nothing, no breakages, no problems. The only thing I did get right at the end with the R2D2 was the camera wasn't working. And that's because the gold strip coming from the camera was damaged. Phone them up, replacement as soon as possible. So goodness knows these days, I think as Partworks become more popular, mistakes can be made. So I'm just looking at my notes. DeLorean. Now DeLorean, again, not received anything. It's been another week and I still have not received anything. Now it says on my online account that they've been shipped. Even though I haven't had an email, they've been shipped, but I've been seeing online that they've been shipped. So we'll just have to see if anything comes in the post. Again, it's the old post thing. I mean, tomorrow's a bank holiday, so nothing will come tomorrow. But then, obviously, we'll have to see if anything turns up next week with the DeLorean. Now, my mindfulness is saying to me, well, by the time they come, they're going to be taking the next payment for the next pack. So I'm going to have quite a bit to build, which isn't a bad thing. It's, you know, it'll get me back into the DeLorean, but I kind of just wish it had all gone smoothly. I got my first pack when it should have come, and I got my second one, and yeah, again, it's chasing things when they shouldn't. It shouldn't be like this. Anyway, so that's the thing on the DeLorean. So the trumpeter. Oh well, I'll tell you what. I'll go on about the Harshot Titanic. Harshot Titanic. Oh, goodness me. Okay, so yeah, we all moan about the issues where there's not much to do, and yeah, and then it comes along and we start moaning about there is absolutely tons to do. Now, yesterday's recording of the Titanic, which will be out tomorrow, unless you're a patron and you've already received that video, because Patreons get the videos early. It was about an hour long. Again, we had them more stickers to do. So we had to basically put more stickers on, and yeah, that took its time. The stickers are not easy, but I'm doing. I mean, I know I blacked out all the bits around the windows and everything, but yeah, I'm still putting the stickers on just to see if it does reflect a little bit more light, because we are dulling down some of the LEDs. Now that went okay, so about an hour into it, I didn't get cross or frustrated, but it was a little bit with it, but time flew by, so I must have enjoyed it. Now the Trumpeter Titanic, video did come out Friday for the Trumpeter Titanic. My goodness, did I get a lot of messages. A lot of messages. A lot of messages on Facebook and a lot of messages on YouTube as well. Yeah, I think with the Titanic is, yeah, there's always something bigger, better, improvement to it. That's all I can say. And I'm just waiting now for somebody to send me out another decal sheet, which apparently is even more accurate than the other decal sheet I got. But that's not going to be for another couple of weeks because the person that's sending them out is currently away for 2 weeks. So just have to see what comes of that. But yeah, I had quite a few really positive comments on the Trumpeter Titanic, and then I had a few people saying, well, it needs to be it's the nature of the subject that we are building at the end of the day. What I did realise though is I can actually use some of the decals that I have got for the Titanic, the Trumpeter Titanic, and I'll be able to use them actually on the the Hachette Titanic as well. So little things like the lifeboats. I can use the little decals to put on the lifeboats because I can't see any decals on them at the moment. So there's a wide range that, you know, these decal sheets are going to benefit not just one model, but they're going to benefit the other as well, all being well. So yeah, I think it's a watch this space. Now, I have been working on Trumpeter Titanic. I haven't had as much time as I would have liked to have worked on the Trumpeter Titanic last week, but I am working on it. At the moment, I am still working on the injection moulding marks and the seam lines on the keel of the bottom of the ship. Once that's done, I can then start working on the portals and start drilling them out. Once the portals are drilled out, I can then start working on the prop shaft and the propellers. So that is still a work in progress, and it's still one thing I have to get down and work on. So it is coming. As much as the frustration is, it's not. People might say, "I want to get it built." You'd want to get it on all the time. It's just not possible. It's just absolutely not possible. You know, there are loads of stuff going on, and it's just something that I have to work on in my spare time. And I don't want it to be a chore either. This is supposed to be a hobby, and I don't want to get fed up of getting it down and working on it and putting it. I want it to be enjoyment. So when them videos come, they will come. You know, I've got some recordings ready to edit. I need to finish off the recordings and then just sort it out into one big edit, and then they'll be released onto the channel. I'm hoping to get at least one video out a week on the Trumpeter Titanic. I know drilling how many portals isn't exactly fun for everybody, but you know, it is what it is. It's the nature of it, unfortunately. So that's basically it. So yeah, I did my recordings yesterday, but I had an absolute awful time of it. You name it, everything that just wanted to go wrong would go wrong. So I recorded the Titanic before my tea, so I did that in the afternoon. Not a problem. Not a problem. Apart from the stickers were difficult again, not a problem with the Titanic at all. And I'm thinking, well, this is going to be a pretty good day. You know, I'm going to get a lot done and there'll be no problem. So I think to myself, right, I'll do the Muri next because that can be long and there's quite a few stages to do in that to finish off Pack 5. And lo and behold, I come to start building, and the iPad had ran out of battery. So I couldn't do any building until at least I've got some charge in the iPad for the instructions. So note to self, make sure the iPad's fully charged before you start building. Yeah. So then I thought, right, okay, I'll do the Rossi motorcycle after that. So I started doing everything, and then I started having problems with cameras. That was one of the starts. I then had problems with the Amazon Alexa devices in here. They started playing up. I'm thinking, what is going on? So after enough going around sorting out, I managed to get the Rossi done. Thank goodness. That wasn't a hard build to do at all. So after I'd done the Rossi, I think, right, I'll get on with the camper van. The camper van comes, oh no. Oh, right, so the camper van, first of all, we had some parts from issue 38 and I couldn't find them. I honestly could not find these parts from issue 38. Now, I'm normally pretty good with parts. Normally, if I've got something to store away, I'll store it away in a reasonably obvious place, but nice and safely. I couldn't know where these parts were. I still, to this day, do not know where I stored them. I found them, but that was after, I had to go through our recycling bin to see if I'd thrown them out. I hadn't thrown them out. And I was looking everywhere, and they turned up actually on the floor. One turned up under the desk, and then two, the chassis and the interior for the Ecto 1, which is down there, two of the bits turned up on that. So I haven't still to this day got a clue where they were stored. But yeah, they just sort of turned up. So I don't know how long they were there for. I don't know if they fell out the packet when I got them out. I just don't know. But then that took about an hour of trying to find and to look for these bits and pieces, and so started recording the camper van. Then my phone goes off. Give me a break. So I didn't actually finish it till about 11 p.m. last night after all the editing I had to do, uploading the videos to do, releasing it to Patreons and channel members so they get exclusive access. All that work. You know, and it was about 11 p.m. when I finally finished. So I'm hoping today for a bit more of a relaxing day in here. I'm definitely going to be working on the Trumpeter Titanic just while listening to either some music or listening to some YouTube. So that's my planned day today. But yeah, it's been a hectic week. I did get, like I said, I got camper van in the post yesterday. So that was issues 53, 54, 55, 56 and 57. So that was a really exciting and good news. So what's probably going to happen is Titanic will be released tomorrow because I like to try and get that out on a Monday after recording it over the weekend. And then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday will either be Campervan, Rossi or Miura. And then Friday, fingers crossed, I'll have a Titanic video out on Friday. If not, I'll have 2 videos out one day, maybe. Something like that. So, yeah, it's a bit of a mystery when these videos are going to be coming and whatnot at the moment. But it is what it is. I will have to say, though, I've had some great feedback and sort of welcomed into a different kind of community by doing the Trumpeter Titanic. Now, the kit is amazing. If you want a quality kit, then go for the Trumpeter kits. The quality of the parts is amazing. The working on them is absolutely amazing, and it's a real worth it. And it's a complete kit, so at the end of the day, it will get finished. It's not going to get finished for a long time for me, but it will get finished, and I'm hoping to have it as accurate as I can to the actual ship and to look like an absolutely superb model. Also when lit up and when, you know, it's going to be an RC version. Whether I float it is a different matter. Where to float it is a completely other different matter, but that's a different story for a different day, I think. So I'm hoping with the business with Fan Home will sort of resolve itself with the DeLorean, and I'll start getting my parts for that. And then fingers crossed as well, we do have the Optimus Prime coming out in July, so that's not that far away now. So that will be coming to the channel when that happens. And that's really about it, because I haven't had any releases on the other models that I sort of really would like to do. So the Lancaster Bomber by Hachette, I really haven't heard anything on that one. Some people said it was coming out at the end of the year. Some people were saying it was coming out in August. I haven't got a clue when that's coming out. other than I know that it'll be coming out soon. The U96, we do not know if that's going to go into a full run in the UK. It could do, it could not, who knows. The train track, now, people have been asking me, you know, some people are saying, you know, when you're going to start the train track. The train track will start once I clear the space. Yes, okay, I've been saying it for a few weeks now about clearing space, but I can't get to a tip because I don't have a car at the moment. I haven't had a car for about a year due to certain reasons. I found it very difficult to still to continue driving a manual car. We are saving up for another car. Hopefully this time it'll be an automatic, which will be easier for me to drive. But we don't have a car, so I can't take things to the tip. Now the only other solution would be to hire a skip to clear things out. But unfortunately we've got nowhere to store it on our property, so it'd have to go on the road. You put something like a skip out on the road, then a lot of junk will get disposed of in it, not just by our household, which is supposed to be. It will be used by quite a few different households in the area. They will just start putting stuff in. So it's a case of you either fill it up quick, or the other thing is kids might come along, they might go into the skip and start getting stuff out, and absolutely, you know, you find your stuff you've thrown out is all over the road and goodness knows where. I mean, we had some roadworks just outside us house. The water board had to fix a leak. And I said to Julie at the time, I said, oh goodness me, that's why they left it. They need to be coming to fill that in pretty quick, else there'll be kids in the hole or goodness knows what. We didn't have kids in the hole, but they did take the bits that they dug out, the stones and muck and everything, and that's now all across the middle of the road. So they decided to start chucking at each other. So I'm waiting for it to rain to clear up. But that's just the situation it is. But I've done about 22 minutes, I think, which is pretty good for me. Apart from when I used to do the live shows, which were about an hour, but again, I don't really have, it's not an interaction, it's just me talking on this one, so just 2 seconds. That's better. Sorry, nothing like a cup of coffee. So, yeah, now, live shows, for me, if I'm hosting live shows, I honestly haven't got a clue, because every time I come to do a live show, I seem to have problems. It's not the problems of broadcasting a live show. It's not the problems of guests on a live show or no guests on a live show. I haven't got that problem at all. The problem is just finding the time. I was maybe mentioning during the week about I might have gone live yesterday evening, Saturday evening, but I just ran out of time. I just honestly ran out of time. And before I knew it, it was time to, you know, start settling down and stuff. And I just couldn't believe it. I was just like, well, where's the time gone? Absolutely, where has the time gone? But here's what it is. I will try and do some live shows with the Trumpeter Titanic. I'm working on it, especially when I've got all them portals to drill out. But we do have some exciting bits going to be coming up on that one as well. So fingers crossed everything goes okay. Things are good on the up with the channel. I was facing a massive slump in subscribers. I don't know why. I don't know whether it's because I didn't release anything for a while, or my videos that were coming out were very short and in between, while I was just getting sorted ready to start doing the videos again. But YouTube seemed to, I dropped quite a lot of subscribers, quite a lot. It just completely went down hill, and luckily things have gone back up again, so hopefully now, as the videos are being released often and frequently, the algorithm on YouTube will not do what it's been doing to me, because it's really disheartening when you come and look at it, everything every day, and you think, goodness me, I've lost that many subscribers again, or this and that, and it's just so disheartening. What I did know though in my analytics, that about 50% who watch my videos are subscribed. Another 50% that watch my videos are not subscribed. So if you're not subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. It doesn't do it, you know, it helps me massively. It helps the channel massively. as well. YouTube then sees it as, right, well, we'll recommend more of his videos. My videos get a wider audience throughout the world. Also, that happens with likes as well. When you hit the like button, you know, a lot of people say, oh, a like? What's a like? Well, a like to YouTube's algorithm is, well, this person is quite popular, these videos are quite popular, so let's put it further afield out there and do it as a recommendation. So if you're not liking the videos, please just give it a like. If you don't like it, give it an unlike. You know, end of the day, beyond it's honesty is the best policy at the end of the day. A lot of people really frown upon the dislike button, and I just think, well, at least they're being honest. At least if they're not liking it, they're being honest. What more can be said on that, really? If you don't like it, you don't like it. If you do like it, you do like it. But hitting the like button, it really just makes things, you know, it helps the YouTube algorithm. It helps it get out there further. And it's taken me at least about a month now to start building things back up again. So please, if you're not subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. You know, it doesn't cost a thing. It helps it out massively. It helps me get to a broader audience, and it really will mean a lot to me if you know, if I can get, I don't know, at the end of the year up to 3,000 subscribers. That would be amazing to me. It really would be amazing to me. If that doesn't work out, that doesn't work out. What can I do? You know, this is YouTube. It's a very competitive market in YouTube, and it's a very competitive market what subject you're doing. So modelling and the Partworks and everything like that. It's a very, you know, it's quite a broad, you know, subject within YouTube. There's a lot of people doing the exact same thing as you, and you try and make your channel stand out the best you can by doing it in the ways you can. But sometimes, you know, I completely understand about when you see 5 different people do the same issue of the same model. I mean, how many people want to watch the same person build the same model? You might be one of them. You might say, well, I love watching the same person build the same model, or whatever, how many people building it. But it is that competitiveness, and it's really hard to, you know, to compete. So if you can really hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell, that will help me out so much. And it doesn't cost a thing to do it. It really does not cost a thing to do it at all. And if you hit the notification bell, you'll be notified of any videos that come out on the channel, or any notifications that I put out on my community tab. I do have various social medias for the channel as well. So we're talking, I have Facebook. So I have a Facebook account for the channel. I also have a Facebook group called the Modz Builders group. That is where you can just come in, you can share if you've done a video, so share the link to the video that you've done, share pictures of the work you've done, meet new people, you know, get advice. That's what the group's there for. That's what it was set up for, you know. And it's a friendly group. There's no, you know, there's no intolerance in there, if I would put it. You know, it's a friendly group. We're all there, we're all doing the same thing, we're all enjoying what we're doing. There is an Instagram as well. Instagram is very funny for me. I do get likes on my posts, and you know, it's still, I'm kind of on that generation of, I kind of know Facebook more than I know Instagram and I know Twitter. So Instagram is still new to me. I've been using it a couple of years ago, but I still don't think I'm using it to my best purposes. And then there's Twitter. Twitter, I really don't seem to get much on Twitter. I don't know what it is. I'm doing everything they say that you should do with Twitter, but yeah, I just don't know. I don't get many followers on Twitter. I get more followers on Instagram than I actually do on Twitter. But all the links to all the social media are down below. All the link for Patreon is down below as well. So with that, obviously you can come along, you get the videos early. I am doing this quirky thing at the moment of being on the passenger list for the Trumpeter Titanic, you know, if you become Patreon. And it's about £2 a month, I think it is. I can't remember. I had some people do theirs in dollars and some people do theirs in pounds. I did mine in pounds because I can't understand dollars. if somebody says it's such and such American dollars, I then have to convert it because I ain't got a clue what the conversion is, dollar to UK pound. And then when they say it's from another, I'm never good at conversions. So yeah, there is the Patreon there. You do get the videos early. You will get to see exclusives on the Patreon as well. And that also goes for YouTube membership. So if you haven't got a Patreon account and you don't want to do a Patreon account, but you do have a YouTube account, then there is YouTube membership as well. As far as I'm aware, it's exactly the same price as Patreon, and you will get exactly the same information as well that you do get on Patreon. So that's all the same. Now, I do have an Amazon store as well. Now, the Amazon store I was able to do, and I thought, well, this is just a great way if anybody wants to see any of the tools I'm working with or any things that I recommend to, that I use in my videos, then you can click on the Amazon store and it will show you exactly what I've been working with. I try and keep that as current as possible, that what's in stock. Everybody's mainly got Amazon Prime these days and want it next day, so I do try and go in there and just making sure that if something, it is on Amazon Prime and next day. If not, I try and then change it to something that is on Amazon Prime the next day. So I try and keep it nice and up to date and current. And again, that just helps the channel. If you want to set of screwdrivers or tweezers or anything, I only have a couple of quid, maybe a pound or something, out of doing the Amazon store. Again, it all helps the channel. It all helps build. And anything I make, I've said this before, loads and loads of times. Anything I make on the channel, whether that's YouTube revenue, Patreon revenue, Amazon revenue, it all goes back into the channel. It all goes back into it. So from in the past, I managed to upgrade the cameras. I managed to upgrade my tools. I'm hoping to put a lot of this into the Trumpeter Titanic. So it all helps. Anyway, I'm not a salesman. I'm not a salesman at all. Far from it. I'm not a salesman. That's one thing that I never inherited from my parents. I'm not a salesman. So yeah, I'm just telling you that's how it is from my side. Anyway, I think I've rabbited on for, what is it, about 33 minutes. So that's not bad really. So it's just a quick half an hour catch up. So yeah, I'll be back next Sunday for another catch up, round up what the week has brought, if it has brought anything at all, or if I've had problems with anything at all. And yeah, hopefully now in a minute I'm going to edit this, upload it to YouTube, release this video, and then yeah, I'm going to get started more on the Trumpeter Titanic. I've got quite a bit of sanding to do to sort out the hull in preparation for the portholes to be drilled out, and then it's primer and paint. So all good fun is to come. Anyway, if you like this video, please could you give it a massive thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell and you'll be notified of any future videos. But as for always guys, stay safe and bye for now.